obstacles. What do they look like? Are they to be feared? How can we overcome them wisely? The greatest lessons we learn oftentimes present themselves in setbacks or obstacles. They can unlock the tools we need to take the next step upward on our ladder of life. Our journeys are not defined by the troubles we face. Nevertheless, they are defined by our rebuttals to adversities. How many of us currently have struggles? Financially, mentally, physically, socially, perhaps even academically? As we learn and grow alongside our battles, we learn to become strong and resilient leaders of tomorrow. Leaders we see today, such as Canadian Olympian Sarah Wells and perhaps even Michelle Obama, have earned their resiliency as a badge they wear loud and proud. A pronounced commonality in all of our stories is that we learn through a healthy and journey-focused mindset. Through affirmation, acceptance, and adaptability, we can learn to open the door of opportunity. This refreshed mindset can be as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Affirmation and praise. To level up in our journey of becoming, we must first identify what is currently working to build our skills. What are some daily habits that are positive contributors to our productivity? How can we positively affirm ourselves to psychologically induce confidence? A study published in the Journal of Social, Cognitive, and Affective Neuroscience used MRI to study the effects of self-affirmation. Researchers concluded that practicing self-affirmation consistently results in the activation of the reward center in your brain. Now, this reward center, when it gets activated, it responds to a plethora of pleasurable experiences, such as eating good food or winning a prize. Now, when it is activated, it releases a hormone called dopamine, and the so-called happy hormone is responsible for satisfaction, pleasure, and even motivation. You know, when you have that one bowl of food, the type of food that when your mom's cooking, you smell it all the way across the house, the type of food that when you're eating, you don't say a single word because you're too busy munching away. That is one of your dopamine activators. Affirmations can hijack cognitive biases. They can teach your brain new ways to think about the world. For example, if you repeat phrases to yourself to convince your brain that you're going to achieve a promotion, such as, all of my skills and abilities and efforts lead me to the success I desire. I am content with my abilities, and I am capable of achieving that promotion. Your brain will look for signs to make it true. The best affirmations are specific. That gives your brain specific guidelines on what to process. 2. Acceptance and reflection. The next step on our journey of growth is to decide and focus on what isn't working. What's a roadblock in our relationships and our productivity? As we think of a few, perhaps even table manners or initial responses to adversity, our list of negatives cannot outweigh our list of positives. The equilibrium between affirmation and acceptance is key in our voyage of change. Self-awareness is defined as who you are, where you are, and where you want to be, knowing the journey between all three aspects. As we engage in self-evaluation through reflection, it guides us to a destination of acceptance. The self-awareness theory states that you're not your thoughts. However, you are observing your thoughts from outside the box of comfort. Research on the theory conducted by Paul J. Sylvia and T. Shelley Duvall in 2001 concluded that there are two foremost outcomes on comparing ourselves opposed to our standards. We as humans tend to find an alignment or a discrepancy when we're comparing the two. When we find this discrepancy, we're presented with an option: to continue fixing it or to avoid it entirely. And this is greatly dependent on the time and energy needed to complete the realignment. A poor habit that I've started to recognize is when I finally decide to take my laundry out of the dryer. The now cold basket of clothes sits in the corner of my room for days and even weeks as I become preoccupied by distractions. And normally I'm a perfectionist for everything besides my laundry, and I bet some of you can relate. As we continue our voyage of change, starting at small habits and working our way up through self-reflection, we start to build proactive self-control. This helps us become increasingly decisive, confident, and secure in our mannerisms. 3. Adaptability and optimism. The capability to adapt in the face of adversity, to look for the rainbow after the storm, is what differentiates our definition of success. Competing against life's obstacles as if we're in a video game, we encounter a variety of quests, each one having its own problems. Financial problems, physical problems, mental, family encounters, perhaps even loss. Adapting and growing with an optimistic mindset is a key to unlocking the next level of the game. It expands your capacity to handle change. It's the recipe for resilience. Falling down 7 times and getting back up 8. You know, when we're a kid, we're running around the playground, we're running as fast as we can, as fast as our little legs can take us, and we feel on top of the world, we're giggling, we're laughing, and all of a sudden we fall down and scrape our knees. It stings. It's not fun. But someone's always there to help us. They pick us back up, clean our knees, put cool little fish Band-Aids, and within a few minutes, we're running around and being like, oh my God, look, here's my new fish Band-Aid. I'm all good now. Right? We have so much happiness when we know we can bounce back really quickly. And when we do this, the acceptance and resilience in us really just helps us feel so much stronger. Success is the venture from hardship to prosperity. What is our realistic and tangible first step in the right direction? Adaptability is a skill every single leader must adopt. It is a key to an ever-changing career world that aids the flow of daily stressors and turns. In Canada, mental health impacts 1.2 million children and youth. As someone who struggles with anxiety and depression, I know how it goes. They go hand in hand, stay longer than they are welcome, and they can affect a lot of your life. When our days feel heavy, our shoulders kind of feel heavier than normal, we're going to take a deep breath and try 1, 2, 3. 1. When it comes to our mental health, what are we doing that's currently a positive habit? What's currently positively contributing to our daily lives? Are we trying a new habitual routine? Are we reminding ourselves that it's okay to take a break? Perhaps we can try telling ourselves, I'm proud of me for taking the time to tell myself that it's okay not to be okay. I'm proud of me for taking the time to give my body a break. I'm doing the best I can with what I know at the time. We are affirming ourselves that we're doing a good job and we're doing the best we can. 2, what do we have the power to change? What can we do to prevent going back into a somber state? Could we get out of bed every morning at the same time? Could we start building a new morning routine? Perhaps we can try telling ourselves, I'm going to get out of bed before 2 p.m. and not sit in my room before I brush my teeth and my hair. 3, how can we frame what we want to stop doing into what we want to start doing? What is one way I can turn this negative emotion and negative pattern into a positive pattern? We could simply try setting timed reminders on a daily basis to help us complete daily tasks until it becomes a subconscious habit. It takes 66 days on average to build a new habit, and now we can do it together. We've just successfully identified a positive pattern, a negative pattern, and a way to turn that negative positive. Another instance in which 1, 2, 3 can be a game changer in habits is with your financial health. Many of us have experienced poor moments of spending and saving. Perhaps you splurged on a new car, a new phone, a nice night out far too often. Affirm yourself. Do we currently have any investment or savings plan that we consistently contribute to? Try telling yourself, I'm doing a good job starting to balance my spending and saving. I'm content with my abilities, and I will continue to grow. Accept the discrepancy. Did we have too many nights out this week? Did we not fix our wants in according with our needs? Remind yourself, it's okay to accept and acknowledge a mistake or a poor habit. It may sting for a few minutes, but it is okay to acknowledge the poor habit. You are on your way to creating a positive pathway. Adapt to your ideal through action. Can we limit our spending limits to 50% of our previous amount? Can we record all of our fixed expenses to better understand our allowance for those shiny wants? Can we try to create an investment portfolio using smaller monthly contributions? By breaking the idea of a goal down into 3 progressive steps, we eliminate the anxiety and hesitance that comes alongside acting on the discrepancy. We allow ourselves to find the equilibrium between positive and negative, and create a pathway to follow by turning that negative positive. Every form of growth blooms with you. You take a seed, a fresh start. You take a little spot in your garden of growth. You place your seed down into this nice spot. You give it hope. You know that every form of growth starts with a form of love, affirmation, and praise. And as you pat your seed in, you know it's going to grow. You take your watering can, you pour some cold water. You know that at the end of the day, flowers can't bloom without a little bit of rain, acceptance and reflection. You look up into the sky, you see the sun shining down on your garden. You know that no matter what weather comes your garden's way, your seed will adapt, and you will continue to grow. 1, 2, 3. Affirmation and praise, acceptance and reflection, adaptability and optimism. The trio that sets up a positive mindset aiming to build resiliency, create opportunities for growth, and build self-belief through action. To unlock the next big opportunity, the next level in the game of life, we must overcome numerous obstacles. We earn power-ups, tools, and important skills along our journey. This refreshed mindset helps us identify these skills in a healthy and positive manner. Many of the qualities you need to nurture healthy relationships can be fostered using 1, 2, 3. Every opportunity has the potential for growth. Adopting this mentality will not only bloom a single flower, it will continue to flourish into a tree of possibility. Become a stronger version of yourself. Affirm, accept, adapt. Thank you.